All right, and we are back with Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Session 32 is what I believe. And yeah, we are happy to be back here with all of our adventurers ready to go. So, for those of you who haven't ever watched this before, you're watching on YouTube for the first time, Twitch for the first time, whatever it might be, just how we like to work this is I'll go over an overview of the campaign so far. And then after I do that, we'll do some character introductions, and then the characters will do a brief recap of what happened last session, and then we'll get into some gameplay. So, yeah, let's just dive right into it. So, our adventure started in the city of Elturel, a holy city in the Western Heartlands. And above the city of Elturel hung the Companion, a giant, blazing artificial sun. The adventurers started going on a mission for some leaders of the city of Elturel, and on their way back to the city, the Companion grew dark, the city shook, and it just disappeared from sight. Nothing left but a crater in the ground. The companions, a little bit disoriented, eventually found a cart and a wagon of refugees, and they decided to help those refugees on a 10-day trek to the nearest city of Baldur's Gate. A bunch of stuff happened on that journey, but they eventually made it back to Baldur's Gate and found that the city was under lockdown due to the recent refugee crisis coming from Elturel. Of course, some of our members were members of the Flaming Fists, and they were able to get an audience with Flame Zodge of the Basilisk Gate, who sent them on a mission to solve some murders happening in the outer city. They were able to solve those murders to Zodge's satisfaction, and he gave them entrance to the inner city, expecting them to also investigate a simultaneous set of murders that were happening inside the city. They found that they were connected. A bunch of stuff happened. Some players died. They found that the Duke of Baldur's Gate was murdered. And one of our characters had a run-in with the Cult of the Dragon, which had the party sidetracked for a little bit. Eventually, they discovered that there was a serious plot going on in the city, that the Duke, one of the Grand Dukes of the city, Duke Thalamra Vanthampur, was behind these murders, working with the Cult of the Dead Three, and the Vanthampurs themselves were worshippers of Zerial, the Archduchess of Avernus. They decided that they were going to confront the Duke head-on at her estate, and her sons at the estate, and they went through and they fought a bunch of stuff at the estate. They killed a couple innocent people, a little questionable there. And at the end of not last session, but the previous session, they were underneath the manor, about to venture forth and figure out what was going on underneath, searching for the Duke. And that is what happened. And I will let everybody else kind of recap, whoever is so lucky, the events of last session specifically. But first, let's do some character introductions here. Igvis, we'll start with you. Just tell everybody a little bit more about Igvis, what he's all about.
Hello, I'm Manny, and I'm playing Igvis. He's a winged tiefling monk and Gauntlet of the Flaming Fist. Currently, his main goal is just to protect the family of a friend long lost, and in doing so, having to deal with lots of cultists always seeming to target him specifically, and he's getting a little annoyed.
There we go. Very good. Anarian.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm playing Anarian, the Shatterkai Druid of the Stars. Anarian has been tagging along with Manny now for a little while. He's gotten to meet the people that we met here down in the under the mansion, and he's kind of getting to know everyone. He's a timid little druid, and he's just made friends with a new shield that he met on the wall. So that's where Anarian is.
Great. And Dolakesh.
Dolakesh is played by me, Eric, a human, but Dolakesh is a dragonborn, emerald dragonborn. He's kind of a dark figure, wears dark cloaks, hides his face, kind of keeps to himself a little bit. is very interested in the goings-ons of the cult due to his own past, which most of the rest of the group now knows. He has his own entwinements with different cults, but seeks to kind of keep himself free from them. So right now he's just trying to lay low, hide amongst the group, and help out where he can, but mostly stay alive. That's basically it.
Perfect. And Fist.
Yo, I'm Zach. I play F1-5T. And as of right now, his only known goals: to protect his friend, find a great sword hilt that was taken. That's very important to him.
Perfect. And Raylan.
I'm Rich. I play Raylan. She's a half-elf storm sorcerer. She has an archaeologist background. She's been running around with Fist for, I don't know, about 5 or 6 years or so. And they were sent out to find out who killed Duke Porter.
Perfect. All right. So what I do now is I have all of the characters roll a single d20 for me in chat, and whoever gets the lowest has the honor of recapping the events of last session from their character's perspective. So if everybody there wants to go ahead, roll me a d20 in chat. Let's see who gets that honor here. All right, and it looks like it is going to be Rayland here who gets the honor of recapping last session. So, Rayland, whenever you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, so from what I remember, myself and Fist were shackled to the wall in what was it? That ritual room. The party came in, and there was a fight that ensued. Once we were free, we joined the fight, and then we set out to search the level of the manor we were in. We came across what was his name? We came across Thavius, and I think we left off just inside the front doors to the manor, if I remember right.
Yep, that is correct. I'll just add one more important thing in there that you guys encountered. So you had that fight in the temple, and then you found Duke Vanthamper and did actually encounter her. And she put up a little bit of a fight there for you guys, but you were able to subdue her. But before you were able to really question her, Fist broke... touched something on the altar, and the candles and lights went out on the altar. The altar cracked in half, and the Duke was surrounded by a swirling black mist that basically evaporated her away as she screamed, and this dark, fiery inferno overtook her.
That's right. I remember that now.
I remember I almost soloed her with an Aryan.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is what happened last session. So, as mentioned by Raylan there, you did end up going back up the stairs because you were planning to go back outside, and you ended up upstairs, still inside the manor. And we are going to go ahead and just switch over here real quick to another map. So when you ended up last time, you ended up here in the manor, still in the kitchen. And one of the things I mentioned at the end of last session, just as a little cliffhanger, is you hear commotion coming from outside. But otherwise, you should be free to move here and, tell me what you want to do.
Raylan would like to grab Thavius by the back of his robe there and ask him, as a follower of Torm, why did he put that necklace in his pocket?
Well, it's just in haste, of course. I didn't, just didn't think about it. It's been so long since I've seen it or seen the sun here. I feel like I've been here forever. Yes, I should put this on, of course. And he takes it out of his pocket and he puts it around his neck, his symbol.
I'd like to roll insight on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me insight.
Peeking out the window at the commotion, what am I seeing out there? Just a dude surrounded by guards?
Yeah, I'll explain that in a second here.
Okay.
All right, there we go. I sent you a whisper there. What you see, Dolakesh, kind of looking out that window is it looks like 3 guards, and they seem to have their hands on the shoulders and kind of restraining another individual that you are not familiar with. Seems to have a long black beard. And he's a human, and he seems to kind of be struggling against them, but the guards have him pretty firmly, and you can't really tell what they're saying, but it sounds like a woman's voice maybe is coming from where you can't see to the left towards where the front door of the manor would be.
Do I also see him? I assume so.
You do, and you recognize him, Igvis. And
The hell? What is Horus doing out there? And then I'm gonna start heading towards
Who?
a person that I know. I'm just gonna keep going.
All right, have fun.
Anarian's gonna follow. Horus is out there? Is Mariana?
Oh. Everyone's out here in area.
And of course, Ballister, Fisk, and Thavius Krieg will also follow. If I can separate their tokens here.
Oh, shit. I do recognize some of these people.
Yep, give me a second. I have to put those NPCs back on.
Hey, Igvis, what happened to Vadi?
Body?
Yeah, wasn't he with them?
No. It was just these 3.
All right. So when you get out there, you see a woman. Looks like this. Has graying hair, a large white cloak, and Igvis, you would immediately recognize her as well, would you, Rayland and Fiss, as Liera Porter, standing before you, who is currently the highest ranking member of the Flaming Fist. And you see her, she seems to be arguing with Horus, over to the right, as he shouts out a couple things to her, and she says, "I demand you tell me the truth. And then she looks as you exit the front door, and she immediately sees Rayland in Fist and says, "Rayland, Fist, it's of Good to see you. Please,
Good to see you too.
report.
We were captured. Igvis here, I believe, knows who killed the Duke, but we haven't had an opportunity to really talk about it yet.
And who are these individuals over here? As she points over towards Horace and to Elias, to Mariana, and says, they were found conspiring here with the other Vanthampur child, and they said that individuals here inside the manor were plotting to kill the Duke and were responsible for the Duke's murder. I assume they can't be talking about you, of course. And she kind of glares over at Horace, and you see Horace kind of shrinks back a little bit in as he's being held back by the guards.
They have no memory of these people.
I have not seen them.
Is this it's Flame Porter, right? That's how to address her as.
Blaze Porter.
Blaze.
Blaze Porter. Blaze Porter, my name is Igvis. Allow me to introduce myself and the merry band that follows me, I suppose. I am a gauntlet with the fist who reports specifically to Flame Zaj at the Basilisk Gate. And I have information for you, but I feel like out in the open is not the best place to discuss this.
She says, very well, but first things first, we need to make sure that we reconcile and understand what's going on here, because I'm being told something else by this individual over here who clearly must be lying to me, because I know that Raylan and Fist are not involved with the Duke. And again, she glares at Horace, and Horace speaks up and says, well, I wasn't talking about those two. I don't know them at all. It was these others here. And he points to you, Igvis, and to you, Dolakesh. And he says, they had this box. And he kind of looks over at Elias. And Elias says, what do you want me to say, Horace? And Horace says, show them the box, Elias. And Elias pulls out a box, and you're familiar with this box. You've seen it before. And it, just to remind all of you and the stream, it looks like that. And Elias hands it to one of the guards, and one of the guards brings it over to Liara Porter. And you hear Thirstwell over here. As I ping over there. Thirstwell speaks up. Yes, of course, that it was them. They were conspiring, and they had that item, and we were coming to turn it in right away and call for aid. They killed all of the guards, and they sacked the manor.
Thirstwell, I'm going to cut you off right now. I'm going to take out a couple of papers from my coat and present them to Blaze Porter, signed and sealed by Thirstwell. And these are the, essentially, him admitting to the Zeriolites, the ritualistic killings, and all of the other things that him and his family have been doing. That I was holding as collateral for exactly the situation.
And Thirstwell will speak up. They forced me to sign that, to sign that, or else they were going to kill me. Of course, I'm not responsible for any of that.
What about the follow-up from your brother Mortlock? And I'll hand him the other paper as well from Mortlock describing the same details.
They were in league with Mortlock, of course. You can't trust that oath. You know my mother was a horrible, horrible person, and even he says right there he was in league with the Dead Three. How can you possibly trust anything he has to say?
If you don't trust me, then may I introduce you to, and I will signal for Fabius to step forward. Blaze Porter, may I introduce you to Fabius Krieg, the leader of Elturel, who we found in the basement of the manor, and he will attest to my good word.
Yes, of course. This Igvis is quite right. I was taken prisoner and captured, and they saved me from my captivity. I would trust them with my life. I would absolutely believe wholeheartedly anything that he has to say.
Liara, Igvis, Dolakesh, and Arian, they freed us from our chains. We helped them in the battle inside, and we all worked together to get out of here. As far as Stavius is concerned, he's hiding something, and I don't trust him. But I will stand here, and I will vouch for what Igvis says. As being truthful, they've been honest with us this time. You know, they, like I said, they saved us and released us from our chains, and we fought with them, you know, side by side. I trust him. I do not trust Fabius.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't trust me. I am the High Observer of Elturel. I am a priest of Torm. I am well known in these parts. You hurt my honor.
You're also twitchy, and you were a prisoner for God knows how long.
I am an old man. Of course I am twitchy.
You're hiding something.
I think at this point I would ask Elias, well, Flame Porter, Blaze Porter, if I could have Elias approach us, just for a moment.
And Elias will approach.
Hey, Elias, do you think you could do me a quick favor? That spell that you have that makes it so nobody can lie in an area, do you have that prepped today?
Yes, I do. Igvis, I can cast that. The great Elias can do that for you. And he'll kind of wave around his hand a little bit and take a bow as he casts a spell.
I would like you, if possible, to center it on the Vanthampur sun, and we'll have our friend just enter the zone as well. Just let me know if they can't lie.
And Elias will do that. So centered on
Thirstwell.
Thirstwell.
If I remember correctly, he has Zone of Truth, right?
Yes. So there's a zone of truth over there on Thirstwell, currently.
So I'll start by approaching Thirstwell with the paper and ask him again. You wrote this with your own hand, correct?
Yes, I said that I did that.
You said that you did that, or did you?
I did do that, as I said before.
And while you were under, we'll say, duress, everything in this is true, right?
This is a ridiculous line of questioning.
I will take his failure to answer the question directly as him admitting his own guilt. Blaze Porter, do you have questions you would like to ask? Because he's not going to answer me. You have more authority than I do, and I'll just step away.
Well, I think, Raylan, I trust your word, and I think that is enough for me at this point. Guards, take Thirstwell and this chorus and Mariana and Elias away. And Elias and Mariana will speak up as the guards kind of start grabbing them and say, No, they can speak for us too. No, we're not complicit in any of this.
I would ask Blaze Porter if we could have them in a holding cell and we can discuss this situation later. I have to speak to you and make sure you trust me before I vouch for them.
And she'll kind of look and say, very well. Take them away. Take them over to the Citadel. And we will revisit this later. And at that, a couple of the guards will bring Mariana and Elias and Horace and Thirstwell outside to their protests, their vocal protests, and hand them off to another set of guards outside the gate who kind of walk and take them away. And Liara Porta then looks back at you and says, very well, well, why don't we go inside, the rest of you, and kind of points over to 6 of the guards, says, search the rest of the manor. And 6 of these guards are going to go in, and you see them go upstairs and in between rooms, and it seems like they are searching the rest of the manor. And Liara Porta says, the rest of us, let us meet in this back room, and we'll actually gesture you towards the parlor as she goes inside.
Could I ask them as they enter to search for the great sword hilt that we were unable to find? Just be like, hey, if you find this particular thing, can you just bring it by?
I was going to do the same thing.
I was.
And they will indeed keep an eye out for it.
I appreciate you guys. And then I'll just leave them. I'm sorry, where did she go?
Into the back parlor room, which is southwest.
That one. Okay.
And just so you understand the ranks of the flaming fists that are there, you would recognize them pretty easily, Igvis, that there were 2 manips here with Blaze Porter, and the rest that are searching the manor are also of rank Gauntlet.
They are my rank. Cool.
Yes.
An Arian stops by the kitchen and asks the kitty cat if it wants to join him on his shoulder.
And the cat will look at you and go, "Meow." And it flares out these wings that are that it has. Roll me an animal handling on it.
$17.
And what do you do to kind of calm it down?
I go over to that table and I get some cheese and I offer it some cheese. I'm like, come on, I don't remember your name, but you shouldn't be in here by yourself. There's a bunch of mean people that might get you. Come on.
And it will eat the cheese that you offer it, and then will kind of purr and rub itself up against you as it climbs up on top of your shoulder.
Did we learn its name? I'm going to call it Mr. Whiskers. Come on, Mr. Whiskers.
On that note, before I go in, here just whistling out, and they have a bird. He calls something.
Say again there. You broke up a little on me.
Motherfucker. Okay. Before Fist walks in the building, you would hear him outside whistling in the tone of a bird trying to call something to him.
Sounds good.
I want my bird.
And your bird would fly in and perch on you as well. And Liara Porter looks after closing the door behind and says, well, Gauntlet, speak.
So, your men should probably start in the basement. I know they're not going to, but they'll get there. All you really need to know is a couple of basic facts. And to be clear, you trust everybody in this room, or at least your men, correct?
I trust my men and Raylan and Fist.
Okay. So, and then I'll go into the whole spiel. The idea being to tell them that Duke Vanthampur is the one behind the murder of Duke Porter, using assassins who were underneath various locations throughout the city. They had a spy network of demons that were cutting their things. There were rituals being done in the basement, and so on and so forth. And that the Duke was consumed by her own ritual in the basement, in the back room of the main area. Like basically all the things.
All right, sounds good.
And I'll look at Liara and be like, myself and Fist they captured us with imps.
And then I will put out the 3 documents I have. Obviously, the one from Thirstwell, the one from Mortlock, and the one that we collected from the actual assassin who carried out the assassination on Duke Porter. With his direct orders from, I believe that one was Amric.
Yep, and she will collect the evidence and the papers that you have and says, I will take this to the Parliament of Peers. I think that this evidence seems like it shall be enough. Good work, Gauntlet. And then turns to Raylan and Fists and says, I knew that something was up with the Duke. Turns out that this investigation was fruitful. I have already secured the Flaming Fist in the city from Blaze Mukar. He has stood down, and I have now taken command of the Flaming Fist and will petition myself for the new marshal position of the Flaming Fist to the Parliament of Peers.
I would also recommend, if you haven't already, I would take Amric into custody as well. He should be upstairs in his room.
And you'll see her kind of motion to one of the manips, and one of the manips will walk out of the door.
Also, if you and your men plan to go down to the basement to see what we saw, I would be careful. There were demons they had summoned down there.
Good to know. She says, all right, well, thank you for collecting this evidence. What do you know about this thing? As she holds out this box that they were wielding. The other ones outside said that it had some sort of power to it, that it was integral to the Duke's plans.
As to what it contains, I do not know. We took it as collateral initially from Thirstwell in the plans that we would use it. Essentially, as you can tell, when we got here, there was a fight. I'm sure you can tell just by the state of the manor. We took that as collateral that Thirstwell would argue on our behalf rather than against us, because it seemed very important to him. That's about all I know about it.
Is there any language inscribed on the box?
Yeah, so the box has a whole bunch of different runes on them, and symbols. Fist and Raylan, since I don't think you both didn't see the box before, so you can go ahead and give me an Arcana check if you would like.
Yeah, I think we all failed ours last time we tried.
The barbarian doing an Arcana check. Wonderful.
I was really hoping that natural 20 was a barbarian.
All right, Raylan with the nat 20. So,
What language symbols are on that runes are on that box?
Infernal.
I can speak, read, and write that too.
Awesome. Perfect. So you know that this is what's called an infernal puzzle box, and infernal puzzle box usually hold secrets in them, and they have intense magic, and if messed with in the wrong way, they can explode and cause massive amounts of damage. So you know that typically these things are very hard to open. They take time to open, and you would probably want the help of an expert to try and open it up if you were to try and do that to see what it's inside. You know that these boxes, they come from the nine hells typically. Devils and demons create these boxes to hide certain secrets, and so you would guess that whatever is inside of this thing is most likely incredibly important information in order to be in an infernal puzzle box to begin with.
I would relay that to everybody.
And Fallister Fix will step forward and say, "Oh, yes, I've heard of these things as well. And we should take it to Candlekeep. I know that Silvira Savikis will know what to do about it. She will most certainly be able to open this and figure out what's inside."
Now, what does it say on the box? No, like, does it form any kind of sentence on the box?
No, they're not really any type of coherent sentences, just more incantations. You can tell definitely arcane incantations on the box and symbols and wards for protection on that box.
All right, I would relay that to everybody as well, and agree that I would need help from somebody to open this if that's what people wanted to do.
I'm definitely not interested in that, at least here, for sure. Maybe we should do the Candlekeep thing with Fallister.
Yes, I think that is a very good idea. And this one here, this Thavius Krieg, I am sure that Silvira will want to know more about what happened to Elturel and talk with you specifically a little bit more. And Thavius would say, "Oh, I will, I would travel absolutely to Candlekeep. There are some things that we should probably do in the city first. Speaking to you, of course, Blaze Porter, along with the rest of the Parliament of Peers, to secure the release of my knights."
With how the who keeps talking about Candlekeep is.
Say again?
With how pushy the guy that keeps talking about Candlekeep. Can I roll an insight check on him with how pushy he's being?
Sure. Go ahead. Roll me insight.
And while he's rolling that, can you just remind me which members of our party wanted to side with either of the brothers?
I'm just playing with my bird.
What do you mean which members want to decide with either of the brothers?
So I remember most of the party wanted to essentially overturn the Duke and nominate one of them to gain some sort of political power. Was I the only one against it? I don't think Anarian ever said anything about it.
Anarian wanted nothing to do with any of it, so he sat out in the hall.
And I stayed quiet the entire time because I didn't want to agree to that. Did everybody else agree?
You know that Horace was a big proponent of it.
Yeah, Horace was,
and
for sure.
Elias wasn't really too big of a proponent of it, but went with it because the rest of the party basically agreed to go with it. And Mariana pretty much sided with Horace.
Okay.
Emperor Fist.
And in that case, yeah, I'll deal with that in a minute. I was just trying to remember who was actually interested. Okay, thank you.
All right, and your insight is what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Playing
mean,
with my bird.
you take him at face value for what he's saying.
Very truthful guy.
And Liara Porter says, "Well, it's settled then. Obviously, what the Duke was up to had something to do with El Terrell, and it seems, and was planning something similar, most likely here in Baldur's Gate. And whatever is in this box, hopefully holds the secrets we need to make sure that these plans have come to an end, and that there is nothing else that we need to be aware of or concerned about here in Baldur's Gate, and maybe even might tell us what happened in El Terrell exactly. Raylan Fist, take this with your companions to Candlekeep. Find out what is inside, and then report it back to me."
My lady.
I'm sorry, companions?
Well, correct. You did save them, didn't you, Gauntlet? I assume that you will also go with them.
I kind of want to finish this investigation. All right, yeah, that's fine. I'll go.
Yes, to be clear, that was not a request.
I know. And then I'll stand up and salute and be like, Blaze.
I'll take the puzzle box out of her hands if she's got it held out.
Yeah, and she'll hand it over to you, Fist, if you're the one to reach out for it. And says,
Fist, don't mess with it.
I shall not, Ray.
and then she'll turn over to Thavius Krieg and says, "Well, clearly we have a lot to discuss as well. Why don't we discuss things here, if you so wish, and then you can join them in Candlekeep if you would like. It's up to you. Matters not to me." And Thavius Krieg says, I will, yes, we should discuss things first. I will meet this group at Candlekeep later, of course. There are more pressing concerns, and my Hell Riders and Knights of Eltergard take first priority for me in securing their release. And Lyra Porter says, "Very well. Is there anything else that anybody wanted to say?"
I do have one last thing. The 3 suspicious individuals that you've located outside, names are Horace is the dude with the gentleman with the beard. Mariana is the Genasi that you had done, and Elias is the other the short one. As far as a character witness is concerned, I would advocate for the release of Elias and only Elias. The other
Very
two wanted
good.
to overturn the city.
I will take that into account. Of course, we'll have to do our own interrogations of all 3, but I will take your character witness into account.
I'll take my leave then.
And Liara Porter will open the door and will begin walking out.
Got anything, Dolakesh? I'll whisper in his ear.
Nothing that you guys don't already know, frankly. It was just, I was a peon for a while. Vampire was the head of this Arielite cult in Baldur's Gate. You guys already know that. She's got people in her employ all over the place. I saw a couple weirdos coming and going there, but I didn't get any names. We can talk about that more later. Honestly, it's nothing useful.
Okay then. Let's go.
I found a nice kitty. I'm bringing it with me. Its name is Mr. Whiskers, Dolakesh.
Who's Whiskers?
I
The
Mr.
cat we found
Whiskers.
in the house.
Oh, neat. Good for you, bud.
will request that you keep your cat away from my bird.
Wait, how do I exit this place? I'm lost already.
Go
Right here.
north.
Okay,
this
cool.
way, Austin. Come on, Mr. Whiskers.
Like, I'm lost. I can't find the front door.
So I think
I was looking at the ground the whole time, and everything just looks the same now.
I could be incorrect, but I believe all we're going to do at this point then is just follow Fallister Fisk straight to Candlekeep. Is that all we're doing?
And Fallister
And
will
Arian's gonna lay
What
down
do
on
we
the ground
hope
and
to
take a
find?
nap.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Fallister will say when you're talking about following the Candlekeep, and he does say, well, it is a 5-day journey to get to Candlekeep down south, and so I do recommend that if there's anything you need to wrap up here in Baldur's Gate, that you do so first, whether that be shopping, preparation, selling of goods, whether there's anybody else that you need to talk to. Because once we leave, it'll take us 5 days to get there, and it's a 5-day journey back, not in counting, the time we actually spend there as well.
What do we hope to
think-
find in Candlekeep?
Somebody to open the box.
Okay.
Yeah, we're opening the infernal puzzle box.
Right.
I think the only thing that I would do then is, if Raylin isn't aware, were you guys supposed to get a reward for this investigation, or were you contractually obligated to do this?
We did it as a favor to Liara.
Ah. Blame
I did
Liara?
it because
Yes, Gauntlet.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Fist. I'm sorry.
oh no, I lost track of. Just speak, please.
Okay. I was just going. I'm just inquiring, possibly, based on the investigation that we had done. Well, not necessarily on your behalf, but for you. Was there any reward for this particular investigation, or expected duty?
She raises an eyebrow at you, a stern look on her face. Roll me persuasion.
I'll look over at her and say, Liara, come on. They did save our skin.
And I'll give you advantage on it because Raylan spoke up for you.
Could we let Raylin roll their own dice?
Yeah, I'll either let you roll advantage or I'll let Raylan roll normal persuasion.
Would you like to roll, or do you want me to roll advantage?
Oh, the same. But
Hey,
it's
but
plus
it's
7 instead.
What?
Plus 7 versus -1.
Exactly.
And Blaze Porter will say, well, you know your oath and duty as a fist. What did you have in mind? Speak.
Just for I'm only interested in provisions for this trip to Candlekeep that we're going to be embarking on, and maybe a little more for the families that are going to be remaining behind. Say 200 gold a person.
And she scoffs for a second. 200 gold a person. That is not just mere provisions. And 200 gold, would be a lot of.
We're not just dealing with big local bandits at night.
She says, I'll give you 100 gold. And that is a generous offer, 100 gold per person. You were doing your duty to the fist after all, but this is an important mission. I do recognize that I am sending you on, and I do want you to be well provisioned, and 100 gold should be plenty to supply yourself, to gain some rest, and have a little bit extra as a reward. Once you come back from Candlekeep with more information on the Infernal Puzzle Box, we can talk more then.
Understood. I'm happy for that, Blaze Porter.
Okay, and she will direct you to go to the Citadel, and she'll write out a note that she will hand to you, basically with her signature authorizing the payment of this 100 gold, which she doesn't have on her person right now. And she says, go to the Citadel, give them this note, and they'll be able to give you the payment that you seek.
Okay. And just so we have it on our sheets, is it 100 gold ahead?
Yes, 100 gold per person.
Okay.
You can all add to your character sheets.
The 100 gold that may or may not have come my way, I'll just leave to Igvis to dole out between them.
So you're not taking any of the reward then?
No, not in this instance.
Okay. And Fist as well? Are you going to keep yours?
Absolutely. I gotta replace my weapon now that it's gone.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm. We're good. All right then.
Well, while you go collect reward, I'm going to stay here. Just to see if they can't find my hilt.
Sounds good. All right, so Fist is going to stay back for a little bit just to see if they can find the hilt here in the manor. What about everybody else? Are you all, the rest of you, all going to the Citadel to kind of collect this reward? Anybody want to go anywhere else?
I'm sticking by Igvis's side for a while.
Yeah, so I'll go to the Citadel to claim this and divvy out the funds. And from there, I have some things I need to do in the city.
Okay, perfect. Anarian, Raylan, what are you both doing?
I'll go
Go
with
ahead.
him.
Narian's probably asleep in there in the room with the cat.
What time is it right now?
Right now, it is about noon.
Okay, so I would propose then to everybody before we split up, including Fallister Fisk, that we all spend the night in Baldur's Gate. We meet in the morning at the Elf Song Tavern and depart from there.
I think this is agreeable. I have a couple things that I can do around the city as well.
I
All
also
agreed?
agree.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So Raylan was going to head with the group, I think. Dolakesh, you're sticking with Igvis. And Narian, you're just sleeping right now because you are exhausted. And F152, you're going to kind of stick around to see if they can find your hilt. Okay. Cool. So I'm just going to switch to this map here for now. All right. So this is the map of Baldur's Gate. We'll just keep this up while we kind of talk through what you guys want to do. So you guys are able to go to the Citadel. That is no problem, and collect your reward. After you do that, where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
So that reward was 500 gold total, right? For the 5 of us?
Correct. 100 gold each.
All right, well, Raylan already gave up hers. I'm also going to take 200 gold from myself, and I'm going to give it to Igvis to dole out between Anarian and Dolakesh, just so they get their 200 gold apiece that they asked for.
Okay.
Oh, that's 25 gold to each everyone else after each remaining person after their 100. And then why am I getting 200 gold from you?
I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Rich, the goal is to essentially give each of us 200 gold. Rich will be down 200 gold, and Fist will gain 100 gold. Is that
right? Because you're collecting 500. 100 of it's going to Fist, so that leaves 4. All right, and then I'm going to give you 200 more. So the three of you will end up with 200 more gold.
200 for each of us, 100 for Fist, and then Rich is going to be down some.
Correct.
Okay, I don't know if my money is right, DM, over the table. I have 600 gold before I do any of this. I don't know where that came from.
We had the platinum we found in the chest.
It was 450 apiece.
Okay.
Yeah,
for
you all found
pulling
a
all
whole
the chests
bunch
together.
down there in the manor, in the bottom of
Okay.
the manor. You also had, I know, reward money from previous sessions as well that was doled out. So whatever you had left
Right.
from there. So it would be reasonable that you'd probably have around 600.
Okay, so I have a lot of money. I'm gonna go shopping, I guess.
So essentially, what I would like to do is, as soon as we go and split up and we get the reward and all of that, I was gonna go to a apothecary and get some healing potions, just as like a failsafe.
Okay, yeah. You know that there's the High House of Wonders here in the upper city. And a couple of your party members have been there before. I think Elias was there with somebody else. Actually, none of you have been there, I think. It was Elias and Owned, I think, maybe, that went there before. But you do know that it exists. You know that it is a Temple of Gond. And that's probably the best place if you wanted to get, at least nearby here that you know of, to get healing potions or anything magical in nature. And they'll probably have some rare and unique items for sale in general, just because of their religion to Gond.
Yeah. Oh, and we're in the upper city anyway. Hi, House of Wonders.
All right, so Igvis is
good.
going to the High House of Wonder. Dolakesh is going to the High House of Wonders. What about...
As am I.
And is Raylan, Anarian sleeping at this, is still waiting. Okay, cool. So the three of you kind of go over to the High House of Wonders, and it's a very large temple with grand marble doors, multiple levels to it. And you come up, and those doors are closed when you come up to it, and they seem to be big, solid, heavy doors. And if you try to go initially to push on them, they don't seem to open. They seem to be barred in some way. But there is a very large knocker on the door that you could use that would make a considerable amount of noise.
I'm talked out today, Delakesh. You do it.
Sure. I'll just like kind of flick two fingers and like lift it up telekinetically and let it drop. So it's like.
And it reverberates with a very large sound. And after a little while, a little sliding door, kind of about waist high for you, Dolakesh, opens up. And these two eyes come out, and this long red beard. And these eyes have spectacles on them. And it says, "Oh, yes, who calls us in the High House of Wonders here? The servants of God. What would you like?"
Annie, do you know what you want already?
Well, I would like to peruse their wares, but generally the idea was potions.
Oh yeah, you wanted potions. That's right. No, yeah. If we can peruse, I don't know if they'll let us like walk in and look around.
We are very busy here at the Temple of Gonda. You come to us for mere potions? What kind of potions do you seek?
Potions of healing, primarily.
Potions of healing, bothering us for potions of healing. Do you have anything interesting to trade?
We have gold.
We have gold, and also I'd be curious as to your magical rings.
Magical rings, and you have gold. Do you have any other magical items or wares or things of interest that you can trade besides gold, or only gold?
I
have magically short patience.
And maybe you'd also be interested in this, and I'll hold up the broken blade that I have that has the word Fang on it.
And you see kind of the spectacles, staring at the blade. Yeah, that might be quite interesting. Yeah, well, I suppose that I can let you in. Yes. You'll have to leave your weapons at the door, though, of course.
Okay.
Um,
Okay with that.
depends on what you have to offer, but I have this, and I'll point at my ear and point at my earrings of message, and I'll even just like kind of tap it once, and he'll see it light up a little bit briefly for purple and hear a message in his head. This lets you communicate telepathically with people.
Oh, that is quite interesting. I do quite like. All right, you may come inside, and you'll see the sliding door go close, and the big doors will, after a bunch of cranks, and you hear gears turning, and then the large marble doors open inward, and you see a very grand cathedral and hall in front of you, and a little gnome with red hair standing before you, and says, "Well, please, you can leave your weapons right over there on the altar." And kind of points over, and there are a couple different little scribes that are running around the altar, little gnome scribes, and he beckons you to basically lay your arms down on that altar.
Yeah, there's 4 daggers.
I'll put my quarterstaff and some darts.
I'll pull a wand out of my sleeve and lay it down.
All right, perfect. And so you do that, and then he leads you into a back room. And in that back room, there is a desk, and he goes up and he sits on a stool behind the desk and says, "Well then, let me see those items that you have there."
Okay. I guess we'll start with the blade that's broken.
Looks and says, "It's a fine craftsmanship indeed that this is. If restored, this could be a mighty fine blade indeed. What would you look for to part with this?"
Well, I don't know if I would necessarily want to part with it at the moment, but the goal is to. Do you know somebody who can fix this? And can you tell me more about it? I'll pay you for your time for that.
But it would be some study, a couple days maybe, and we could probably find out enough information about this, and through divination spells and such, to glean some insight and to what this might be exactly. It does seem to be unique in nature, and it is, of course, named there on the blade. Maybe draconic in nature. It seems some of the symbols or writing on this might be, or some derivative of draconic, I should say. But if you were willing to give it to us for a couple days to study, I'm sure that we could probably figure it out. It would cost you, obviously, a fee.
Okay. I imagine we are going to be going on a trip soon and could be gone for. I don't exactly know. We'll say up to a month. That's enough time, I assume.
Oh, absolutely. A month would be plenty of time, of course. We would need some payment down front, of course. Let's say half now, half later, or 25 gold now and 25 gold when you return to work our magic and glean more insight into this blade.
I'll just pay in full now, and I'll give him the 50 on the spot.
All right. And he will take the 50, and he will take the blade, and he'll move it off to the side. And he'll say, "Well, what else do you have for me? Those earrings you mentioned over there."
Yeah, I'll kind of like pluck it off my ear with 2 fingers and then hold it off, and it'll float off my fingertips over to where he can grab them. It's just a basic purple gem stud, as far as he can see. But yeah, it's earrings of message.
And so, well, these are quite interesting as well. What would you be looking for to part with these?
Well, I find myself lacking in defense and close quarters, so something that could perhaps aid me in that regard.
Did you have anything in particular in mind? A particular type of martial weapon, perhaps? Or were you looking for
I hear
something
tale
different?
of I hear tale of certain rings that can increase your ability to deflect blows or perhaps even increase the protection around you.
Yes, I know of these rings that you speak, magical wards that they give their wearer. And yes, I might have a ring for you. It is, I would say, definitely more valuable than these earrings that you are giving me. So I would need some additional compensation, but we could definitely most certainly come to an agreement.
Well, I was hoping that's what the gold was for, but I suppose we'll see.
Right then, well, let me see. If you give me these earrings, and he'll kind of like beckon out the door to one of the scribes who will kind of run away, and they'll return sometime later as he continues to talk to you. But he'll say, how about these earrings and maybe 100 gold? And I can give you a ring that would help deflect blows from you. Make you a little bit more harder to hit in the heat of battle.
If I can do a little bit of a bundle and get a second one for an additional 75 gold, so 175 gold for 2 rings and the earrings for 2 rings.
175. Well, I was already giving you a discount with the 100 because you were also giving me these earrings, but I can give you the same discount on a second pair of on a second set of rings. So 2 rings, 200 gold.
Sure.
All right, and the scribe will come back with 1 ring, and then he'll immediately send him off to go grab another ring. And we'll lay these 2 rings in front of you, studded with little gems inside of them. And we'll make that trade with you and ask for the gold and the earrings, and we'll give you the rings. And you now hold 2 rings of protection, +1.
And I will hold one out to Igvis.
Thank you, friend. And as you heard when we first arrived, I'm also looking for potions of healing.
Yes. We have plenty of those. We'll take your gold for that, of course. 50 gold pieces each.
Let's go with 6.
All right, and he will take 300 gold from you in order to give you those 6 potions.
You said it was a ring of protection +1, or just ring of protection?
It's a ring of
'Cause
protection.
that gives you,
it gives you a
yeah,
plus
because that gives
one
you
bonus.
+1. Right.
So are there like other items, in view, or
Nothing particularly in view, but he says, we have quite many items. Way too many necessarily to peruse. We obviously have a very large temple, a lot of resources here, but if there is something in particular that you are looking for, I might be able to give you recommendations.
Be right back.
what do you have as far as robes go, or maybe wands?
Well, wands, there are a variety of spells that. What kind of caster are you? Are you more arcane in nature, or do you worship some sort of divine power, or
Storm sorcery. So, lightning, electricity, thunder, fire too.
Hmm. Well, I have quite a few ones that might fit your need. If there is one in particular that you are looking for, I have this wand that can shoot missiles of force. I have another one that can shoot rays of fire. There is another one that will create a protective barrier to guard you from harm. There are many different types of wands and magics. Another wand of special rarity that will shoot a giant lightning bolt out of it that will chain between foes.
And how much is that one?
Well, this particular wand is especially rare. I could part with it for in just gold, 1,000 gold pieces.
Ooh. Do you happen to have any great axes?
Oh, magical in nature, I assume you mean? You can get a normal great axe in other places in the city, but yes, we could have magically enhanced great axes if that is what you are looking for.
Yeah, preferably one under 400 gold.
Yes, absolutely. I can do that for you. For 200 gold, I can get you a magically enhanced great axe.
We'll do that. And let me have 3 healing potions too, please.
Absolutely, we can do that as well for another 150 gold. So he asks for, 350 gold in total, and he'll be able to give you a plus 1 great axe, as well as the 3 potions that you ask for.
Excellent.
Is there anything else that I can do for you?
No, I think that's it for me.
My business is also done. Delikesh, you're all set too? Oh, I think you left.
I think
right?
so, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for doing business with us here at the High House of Wonders. And if you have, if you come across any other rarities along your adventures and your journey, please be sure to come to us first, so that way we might peruse them.
See you in a month to figure out about this sword. Possibly.
And those are just regular potions of healing, right?
Yes. Yep.
Delikesh, as we leave, I'm going to give you 2 of these. 2 of the ones I bought.
The potions of healing.
Mhm.
Yep. Donkey's turn.
All right. Perfect. So you guys end up leaving the High House, and he beckons you to take your weapons, of course, as you leave, and then these big, large marble doors shut behind you, and you can hear the gears again winding as a bunch of clicking happens, which you assume locks those doors. And you find yourselves back on the streets again of the upper city of Baldur's Gate.
Alright, I have something I need to do. I'm gonna go to the Elf Song Tavern after I'm done. I'll meet you guys there.
All right. I'll just head back. Do we have like a tavern that we meet at? I've been
Elf Song.
gone a while.
Elf Song is the name of the tavern.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So you're going to go to the Elf Song Tavern, Dolikesh. Raylan, are you going to the Elf Song Tavern as well, or did you have anything else that you wanted to do?
No. I'll go back to the manor to Liara and Fist and before I go to the Elfstone Tavern.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Igvis, what did you want to do?
I was gonna go visit Karina in my quarters.
All right, perfect. So you can absolutely do that. We'll that's something we can role play probably outside of the session if you want, unless there's anything you specifically needed right now from Karina.
Nothing I needed, but I'm giving her 150 gold.
Okay, sounds good.
And that would be it for me then. And then I'll meet them later.
All right. And then, Raylan, you arrive back at Vanthampur Manor where you find Fist. And Fist, it seems that these guards perusing the house were not able to find the hilt that you are looking for. And after some time, if you choose to peruse the manor yourself, you're not able to find it either. And after some time, Raylan does come back.
It is unfortunate, but they cannot find the hilt. It is not here.
We'll find it. But in the meantime, here, and I'll hand Fist the +1 great axe.
Thank you, Ray. What did you get for yourself?
Some healing potions.
How much was this? Pay you back.
We can talk about that later.
Okay.
All right, perfect. And, as you guys are there at Vanthampur Manor, you do see the guards start to carry out crates of items as they come in and out of the manor. And they seem to be just removing things from the manor and the basement of the manor as you guys are both talking there. Did you want to do anything else here at the manor, or...
No, just maybe as they're walking stuff out, maybe scanning it, see if there's anything useful to me.
Yeah. So there's a couple chests that they end up bringing outside of the house. They're closed, of course. There are a bunch of papers and journals that they grab. You see them grabbing, other valuable items as well, paintings, candlesticks, things of that nature. As well, it seems like they are both grabbing things that may be important, and as well as some of the more valuable things that might line their pockets.
Is there anything of significance that would have caught my eye that might be useful to myself and the party going forward?
Give me an insight.
Nice.
You notice that I'm actually going to bring up a picture here, I think. DM loading. So you notice that while I'm loading this picture, there's this large set of pipes, some sort of maybe instrument, but you kind of recognize it. And you're pretty sure it's some sort of magical item that can be used to summon aid in some way. And it'd be nice if I could get this artwork going.
And I'll stop them. I'm like, wait, and I'll take them. Like, I'll take these.
All right, there we go. Looks like that. All right, and you're like, I will take those. And one of the guards who is holding this items kind of like pulls back a little from you and says, I found this. Who are you to take this from me?
I'm the person
I
who will
will
knock you flat on your ass if you don't let go of these pipes right now. Or we can take this up with Blaze Porter.
Roll me an
I will
intimidate with advantage. No need to involve Blaze Porter. They're just some pipes anyway. It's fine. Just take them. I don't need the trouble.
Thank you.
And he hands you the pipes. You will
They
be
have a
able
name?
to, you'll be able to recognize them after a short rest.
Excellent.
All right. Anything else that you want to do here?
Nope.
If Blaze Porter is here, I will stop by and ask her if she sees the hilt to keep me in mind.
So the Blaze is no longer around at this point.
Oh.
The Blaze has already moved on, and it's mainly just the soldiers and members of the Flaming Fist that are, essentially going in and out of the manor. But you can definitely tell one of the soldiers to pass on that word if you want.
Yeah, I'll do so.
All right, perfect. Well, after you decide to leave here, where do you guys go?
To the tavern.
All right. So you head to the Elf Song Tavern.
Really quickly, Anarian's still sleeping, right?
And Arian was still sleeping there. After a while, you would wake up Anarian, and you don't sleep anyway, do you? Or you meditate?
Yeah, I was just trancing in the chair.
Yeah.
In the parlor in the mansion with Mr. Whiskers.
DM loading a scene here as we do that. That's what I wanted. All right. You should be able to see that scene now. As you guys are back at the Elf Song Tavern. You arrive at various different times because some of you were doing some things, others were doing others, but you eventually all make it back here. I will have more information for you, Anarian, in a little bit, probably when we end up going on break for stuff during your rest. But you do manage to all come back here. So what do you do while you're here at the Elf Song Tavern? As you go in, you see a gentleman, a half-elf behind the counter, who is seems to be cleaning some glasses.
I imagine I just find an empty booth and wait for the rest to show up quietly and have a drink and wait.
This is
Anarian
not the
turned
tavern.
into a cat on his way back and wanders in as a cat because he doesn't walk through the streets as a person. So
And what'd you say, Igvis?
I think I was thinking of the one by Vatis, but that wasn't Elf Song, was it?
That was not Elf Song. This is the Elf Song Tavern, which you have been to.
I have been here.
Yeah, early
I have evidence
early
by the
on.
blood on the floor.
Yeah, the place you were thinking of is the Majestic.
The Majestic. Ah, well, either way, we'll just stay here tonight. Hey, bud. How you doing?
Well,
Talking to me?
Hello, Igvis.
Oh.
How's it going?
Doing well. Gonna be staying the night. I would like as many rooms as you can give me, basically. The whole second floor, if possible.
As many rooms as I can give you. Well, I mean, we only have 3, 4, 5, 5 rooms that we have for sale. It would be a gold piece each.
Raylan, do you and Fist share a room, or do you prefer your own?
We can share.
I don't require a bed.
Let's just do 3 rooms then. 3 rooms will do.
All right, I can certainly do that. And he will direct you upstairs and will say upstairs, the first room on your right. And then if you go to the far west side of the upstairs, across from each other, there are 2 rooms that, and he gives you some keys to those rooms.
Thank you, sir. I'll take one. I'll go find Delikesh and give him his, and I'll give one to Raylan.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Stay upstairs. I'll see you up there later, I guess. And I'm just gonna go straight to bed. I am tired.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything we need to do tonight, so I'll probably just head to the room as well.
If that is your wish.
All right, sounds good. You guys go upstairs, and I'll show you. It's this room there to the east, that one there to the north, and that one there to the south.
Okay. I'll just say this one's mine.
And we'll go south.
And an Aryan, since you're a cat, you can basically go in any room you want.
meow.
Wait.
All right, perfect.
Oh.
So you are now upstairs. You're in those rooms, and I assume you're resting then.
Yeah, I think we're all zonked for the night.
All right, perfect. So you can take 8 hours. You can go give yourselves a long rest on your character sheets if you would like.
That's good.
Thank God.
All right. So you guys rest you take a long rest. I have some things to talk to a Narian about in private, and we're halfway through our session. So why don't we take our 10-15 minute break here? During the break, I can talk to a Narian about some things, and then we'll pick up here in the morning after your long rest.
Okay.
Good.
All right, I'll see you all in a little bit. All right, and we are back from the break here with Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Our characters left off going to sleep for the night, getting their first rest in quite some time. They went a couple sessions there without a rest, but they are now fully rested, ready to take on the day and what lies in store next. So as you all come out of your rooms and eventually you head downstairs, you find Fallister Fisk downstairs as well. And you find him sitting at a table downstairs. I'm just going to move all
Hey,
your
fellas,
characters.
sir. How's it going?
Oh, well, good morning, everybody. Are you ready for your journey to Candlekeep? It's quite a long journey. I hope that you were able to tie up all any loose ends that you had here.
No, but that's fine. Let's go to Candlekeep.
Well, great. And
What do you have left here?
I hope you all remember to bring your gift of learning as well.
Gift of learning? Is that like an actual tangible
Oh.
thing, or is he just being poetic?
Do you not know what the gift of learning is?
Indulge
Who
me.
are we giving a gift to?
And you wouldn't all know what a gift of learning is, but he says, well, Candlekeep, of course, you can't just enter Candlekeep. The Avowed there, they require a
Right.
gift of learning for you to actually enter, a piece of knowledge that the Great Library does not already have. So you must come bearing this gift.
Well, we've learned quite a bit over the last few weeks. I'm sure we could offer them something.
Something from the investigation, perhaps.
Yes, it does not
We can even
necessarily have to be a book or an artistic work or a historical book, but anything, any source of knowledge that they don't already have. But it does need to be written. It cannot be just oral.
Do we still have that Psychopath's poems? The one that we got to bring with us on the caravan that got killed?
Billion.
What was his name? Billiam? There you go, yeah.
Hey, Bill.
Do you still have his papers?
I don't think I ever had them. Somebody else had the book. I'm just
What-
gonna make
what-
a copy of our police report to the Blaze and use that.
Was it me? I feel like I might have been the one to search Billiam's body. I remember that being. I feel like I remember that being kind of a funny joke.
Maybe that was like session 9 or something like that.
Right.
I think so. I don't quite remember.
I remember somebody
Okay,
had
never
the
mind
book. Oh, yeah, I don't remember who.
But someone might have it, though. I assume someone would probably have it.
I think it's one of the companions that lost along the way.
This is true too.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we have lost quite a few companions along the way. So
All right. Well, we could just write down our own perspectives on what's been going on, our own little historical accounts
Yeah, I'm
of
just
what's
gonna
been happening.
I'm gonna bring some of the evidence that we have written down of the Vanthempers and the Zeriolites, I guess.
Fallister says, "Well, I do have this old book of Kalashite recipes that, I brought just in case. An extra piece of knowledge, of course, if there was somebody who did not have anything to give. Every individual needs to have their own gift of learning."
That might be a problem for Fist.
What? Wait. So real quick, over the table. Is Fist being an automaton? Is that like unusual? Would we be able to like be like, hey, look, we've got a robot?
Well, as I mentioned, they do need to be sources of writing.
Written, sure,
Written
yeah.
sources. Simply showing a warforged, in this state would not necessarily be something they would be interested in. And I'm sure they do have information on warforged there. But if there was something unique, some sort of unique. Even if you have a journal or anything, any kind of tale of your own history that you keep, something like that might be interesting for the library. Not necessarily some grand historical work either.
I have my notes on Fist from when I activated him.
Yes, that would be great. That would
Sure.
absolutely work. Have you discovered anything along the way, in your travels here in Baldur's Gate and your encounters with the cultists or the Vanthempers? Any sort of papers or pieces of information that you, haven't already given to Blaze Porter?
Perhaps. We'll see.
All right. Well, as long as you all feel confident about being able to enter the Great Library, we can set on our way. But if you do need some more time to think about what you're going to bring or to peruse some sort of wares here in the city or find information, we can probably wait. I wouldn't wait too long, though.
I think if we're worried about the Vanthempers and all that, can I bring a first-hand account of what happened at Elturel? Do you think they have that yet?
I think something like that would be interesting to them for sure.
I'll do that then. I'll write my own first-hand account.
Yeah, I need to stop and get a notebook to write in. Igvis, do you need one as well?
Yeah, let's do that.
Is there some place I can have a map copied?
Well, I'm sure you can find a cartographer here in Baldur's Gate somewhere. I'm not too familiar with the city, but they definitely have cartographers here, and you would know that you absolutely can. You'd be able to find a cartographer somewhere if you wanted to get your map copied.
Yeah, that and the journal.
I keep forgetting the guy's name. He says, yes, when Fisk mentions they might already have books on Warforged and such. Can one go and read knowledge that they've already have?
Oh, absolutely. That is, the purpose of a library, isn't it? But how much do you actually know about Candlekeep?
Nothing, I'm sorry.
So Candlekeep is a massive citadel, and it stands on a rocky bluff, along the ocean, and it is the keep of the great Alando, and the seers, the avowed, that run the keep, hold and protect Alando's prophecies. There are many great books and works of art there that people from all over Faerun come to peruse and find out more information, and anybody who gives this gift of learning to Candlekeep may enter and peruse its wares. There are many sages inside of Candlekeep. The Avowed, there's the Keeper of Tomes, who is the highest-ranking member of the Avowed, and currently is Janusi, a follower of Denir. And then right below the Keeper are the Readers. There's the First Reader, who is basically second in command at Candlekeep, and their job is to acquire many unique tomes and scrolls. And that is Bookworm, who is a dragonborn sage of green dragon ancestry. And then below the First Reader are the Great Readers, which is a council of 8 sages, senior avowed, so to speak, who oversee the day-to-day operations within Candlekeep. And each of them has a particular foremost expertise on a particular area of study. So they are the master sages, essentially, of Candlekeep. So you have Avonmore, who is a worshiper of Agma, and their primary expertise is divinity. There is Outchrist, Dragonborn master sage of bronze dragon ancestry. I do hope you are writing all of this down. Hopefully you remember. Their primary expertise is politics and military strategy. And then there is Daryl, a human sage and poet. Their primary expertise is obviously poetry, but also music and literature. Then there is Great Reader Scrivenbark, who is a halfling, and their expertise is history and folklore and the cultures of Toril. And then you have Great Reader Niantani, whose primary expertise is the natural worlds and celestial navigation. And then after that, you have Selvira Selvikis, who we've already talked about, but that is who we are going to see at Candlekeep. And Great Reader Selvikis, she has expertise in the Great Wheel of the Plains and those things of infernal nature. And then you have Great Reader Avast, whose expertise is in magic items, curses, and the weave. And then you have Vizarag, whose expertise is in all things unnatural in nature, aberrations, undead, and the far realm and such. And then below the Great Readers, you have the Master Readers. They are sages who oversee the scribes, and they teach the adjutants, and they possess a tremendous institutional knowledge. And you can normally find, when you go, you are normally assigned someone to follow you and guide you amongst all the great works of the library if there's something in particular that you are seeking out. I could probably talk about Candlekeep forever. I can see the glazed look in your eyes a little bit as I talk a little bit more about it. But we have a 5-day journey as well. If you have any specific questions about the keep, but to answer your question, Fist, yes, you can read the books.
What I search for, way to help potentially gain some memories back before I was shut down originally. Or I remember nothing before Ray activated me.
There may certainly be knowledge in the Great Library to help you regain some of your original programming, so to speak, and look at some of the archived code within your warehouse. This might exist in the Great Library. If anywhere, that is where it would exist. It is certainly worth exploring.
Well then, do we need to hire a cart?
Well, yes, then we should probably be riding on horseback. It's going to be a 5-day journey on horseback, but You would be longer on foot.
Just as a quick thing, DM, did we ever find Rhea, or is she dead?
You did
I was
not
actually going to ask you about that.
find Rhea.
Because I remember
When was the last time you guys saw Rhea?
it's been a while since we basically got into the city.
Okay, so yeah, last time we saw her. Okay.
And you did hear that she was captured by the Vanthempers. You did come across that knowledge.
Okay. Because I remember I was looking through the notes and I saw that Fabius Krieg is her adopted father. So I was going to see if we could find Rhea and reunite them, but I feel like we're too late.
You did come across that information a while ago that she was essentially captured by the Vanthempers, but you haven't found any information about her or her whereabouts.
Right, I might want to mention that to Fabius before we leave, and maybe he can talk to the Blaze about it. But otherwise, that's all I have there. Then.
Might be better to leave the old man alone. He's dealing with a lot.
All right, you can just assume.
Especially because we don't even know that she's dead. Just give him undue stress until we know.
Okay, we're good. Then I have nothing else.
All right then. Well,
So where do we hire a cart? Or some horses?
Well, there are definitely stables here as we make our way to the outer city. There are a couple different places that we can hire some horses. I shall front the gold for the horses, so it'll be on me.
All right, sick. Sweet. Thank you.
How much would it have cost to make the copies of the map and the journal?
10 gold pieces.
How much to buy just a blank journal for me and Igvis?
2 silver pieces.
We should probably buy. Do we have cooking supplies for the trip?
I mean, broadly, yes. Are any of us hunters?
I'm trying to figure out if we need to buy supplies or not.
I might be able to chase down a deer. I don't know.
All right, rations are probably... We can buy a couple days worth of rations and just throw them in the cart.
We should buy at least 10 days worth per person, because it's 5 days there, 5 days back.
I mean, we could restock there.
I don't trust it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I don't think we have anything else.
Out for anybody? Is this map freaking out for anybody else but me?
Freaking out how?
It's glitching black and back and forth with little black squares all over the fucking place, and it's not my computer, it's just this damn map.
I don't know. I would refresh the page, but no, it's fine for me.
It's good for me too.
Okay.
So as you leave and you buy your journal and you buy your notebook and you buy some extra provisions, as you make your way outside of the city, there is the Garen Moore Stables and Menagerie, which is over there on the map where I pinged. And you're able to grab horses from there. And in fact, Igvis, Dolakesh, you already have horses there.
Oh yeah, from the caravan, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the two of you actually are able to pick up your own horses.
Like,
And,
I like how my horse has just been chilling there for like 3 weeks.
Yep.
Dope.
you are going to owe a late fee for those horses as you get there.
How much is that?
It is 20 gold pieces. Your late fee.
I'll deal with that. I'll cover Igvis's too.
Also, just as a side note, as we were heading out of the Basilisk Gate, I might have stopped in with Flame Zodge for just a minute to catch him up on some things and then finish heading out.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
I might have an aside there too.
All right, cool. Yeah, we can definitely do that in the play-by-post if you want to. But you manage to pick up your horses, and then Fallister Fisk will purchase horses for the rest of you. So Raylan, Fist, and Arian, you will all have a horse as well.
Igvis, just making sure you heard that I covered your late fee.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Fallister Fisk leads you all the way out of the outer city, and you go through these familiar neighborhoods that you've been through before, all the way over to Worms Crossing, across the bridge of Worms Crossing and into Rivington, and leads you out down south.
On the road
And Aaron's
again?
like, this is the first time I've ever left the city.
Are you serious? You poor thing.
It's been a while. That's for sure.
That is one terrible shithole to be stuck in for your entire life.
So I'm going to bring up the Sword Coast map here, just to give you a little bit of perspective. So you know El Terrell, where you had started over there to the right along the Chianthar River, and you traveled all the way to Baldur's Gate. But this time, when you leave the city, instead of heading east, you're going to take the road south. You're going to take the Coastway, which is a large and popular road to take. About part way, there is a well-known inn called the Friendly Arm Inn that you know that you'll be able to stop at, and Fallister Fisk will explain that as well. About 2.5 days in, you'll come across that inn where we can get some lodging, and then another 2.5 days or so journey, and you'll eventually come to Candlekeep. But you travel along for a little while for your first day, and nothing really seems to occur on your first day of travel. Nothing out of the usual or ordinary. If there's anything you'd like to be doing in that first day, just let me know. Any particular questions that you would have of Fallister Fisk as you travel? Or any
I would
particular
probably try and
preparations?
I would remind myself all of the people he said was important. I got like the last half of them. But I guess I can do that later.
Sounds good. And
Question: do I suffer exhaustion the same way as a normal person would? Like if I
Yep.
were to walk this whole way, would I suffer the same exhaustion as they would? Or okay, never mind then.
You would end up making camp for the night here, about halfway between the Friendly Arm Inn and Baldur's Gate. Would you be taking any watches while you make camp, anything like that?
Yeah, while we're outside of walls, I'll take first watch at least.
I mean, you can set me up as watch for the whole thing because I can watch while going into my sentry mode.
Sure. You can do that, and we'll assist, essentially, because we've got enough
'Cause
people.
I don't need to sleep. Oh, in my sentry mode, I can watch throughout the whole night. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, you can remain in a motionless, inactive state, but still perceive your surroundings.
So everyone else can sleep.
I would still probably take a watch just so that we had two eyes out.
Yeah, same. We've been through too much shit already.
There's been a lot of stuff on the road.
We've been in a lot of trouble. We're definitely helping with watch.
And I only sleep for 4 hours, so I'll be up half the night anyway.
That does cover the whole night. Igvis, me, and Venarian helping with Fist.
We're a little paranoid.
Okay, what order are you taking watches in?
I'll go first.
I'll take the second one.
Actually, let me go first, so in case I have to use spells, I can recover them at the end of the night.
Sure. Okay.
Since I'll be watching regardless in sentry mode, would they get advantage on their rolls with help or?
Well, no. if any rolls need to be made, you'll make them separately.
Still 2 rolls though, so pseudo advantage-ish.
Okay, so Anarian's
Okay,
going
so
to go
yeah,
first, and then
Narian
Dolakesh
first,
second.
then Dolakesh, Igvis. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So your first night, Anarian, I'm going to send you something.
Please don't let something happen on my watch again, because it's always my watch.
God damn it, Igvis! You were supposed to be watching.
So to be fair, the body was dropped on my watch. You were abducted in the middle of my watch. Like, there was a lot that happened during my watches.
Wait, are we talking about the
Was it
first murder
you?
victim?
Yeah, the first murder victim happened during my watch.
Oh yeah,
It was
I remember
rough,
that.
Was it you or Horace that was like mind controlled during the sleeping at the tavern that night?
I think it had to have been me. I did read the letter that was just like, this is a really good idea to go to this place. It was like a suggestion.
Yeah, I don't recall control in the middle of the night stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, I don't think it was a mind control, but it was definitely like I had a really good feeling that we should do a thing all of a sudden. And people thought that was weird.
Like a charm or something, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Marita. No, it wasn't Marita. It was Marza. Marza tried to leave during my watch. Everything happened during my watch.
Did War kidnap a horse on your watch?
No,
Oh, bummer. That would have been funny.
War just tried to have the ghost horse, but that wasn't during anybody's
I
watch.
mean, she's got that ghost horse.
Yeah, she ran away with it. She left with it.
Mm.
He's off committing crime somewhere, probably.
To your
Oh, we can hope that. They
So I
didn't.
sent you something there, Anarian. A couple hours into your meditation, you wake up. And you come out of your meditation as you're just not able to focus too well. And then the information that I sent you. What do you do?
I go over and wake up Dolakesh, and I'm like, I think there's something watching me.
What? Where?
I think there's something watching me.
Where?
I don't know. Well, there was this fire all around, and then there was this stuff, and it was scary, and there were green bubbly liquids, and
Wait, were
it
you
feels
were
like
you
there's someone watching
dreaming?
me.
Were you dreaming?
I'm an elf. I don't dream.
Is that true? Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna stand up and kind of like rub my eyes, like getting the crusties out of my eyes or whatever. And then I'm gonna put my hands together. I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts. I'm gonna see if I can detect any thoughts in the area around me.
What's the radius of that?
30 feet.
And so you cast Detect Thoughts, and you don't detect any other thoughts except those that you already know in the area.
I don't think there's anyone here, bud. I'm just gonna look around. I'll probably do a perception check if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception, and you can do one to Anarian.
Why didn't that roll? There we go.
Anarian's distracted.
Yeah, no. Neither of you notice anything. You have your encampment there, your bed supplies, the people that are sleeping. There's nothing that you see out of the ordinary. Visually.
So, yeah, no, I think the night's playing tricks on your minds, bud. You okay? You stressed out?
Okay. No, I'm okay.
Okay. So
He-
wait, you saw fire? You saw what?
um, like fire erupting all around us, and then a big black tower, and some bubbling liquid coming up out of cavernous pits all around us, and then it just feels like someone's watching me. Guess it could have been a past life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Don't
probably nothing, but don't get to you. There's a lot of weird shit going on. Don't let your mind play more tricks on you than already is going on.
Okay. I
All
guess
right.
I'll keep watching then.
Sure. Wake me up when it's my turn.
Okay.
I'll lay back down.
All right. And Anarian, you would go back into your meditation, and everything passes normal through your meditation. And then you would wake up Dolakesh. Dolakesh, your watch would go without incident, and same for you, Igvis. Your watch would go without incident, and Fist, you would also be aware of kind of what was happening because you're in that motionless state, but you're kind of aware of everything that's going on around you as you sense a Narian kind of going over to Dolakesh. Sorry, you gonna say something?
No, well, no, it's probably unnecessary. Especially because I've got Sentry mode over here. I was gonna say find familiar and help with watch, but never mind. I changed my mind.
All right, cool. So you all wake up after Igvis's watch, and you come out of your sentry mode, Fist, and you're able to pack up and move on for the morning if there's nothing else you wanted to do or say.
Nope.
Nope.
I think I'm good.
All right.
Continue onward.
I guess during travels, I'd probably like openly talk to Raylan and Fist, just kind of being like, "How did you guys even get mixed up with the cult? What were you guys doing down there?"
Well, Liara sent us, like I said, to find out information on who, murdered her uncle. We were outside. Uh, Somebody saw us. I don't exactly know how. That's basically how we ended up down in the that room. Imps come up out of nowhere. Next thing I know, I'm chained to the wall.
So you guys are just what, like investigators for hire, or how did they even find you?
I've known Liara for about 5 years. I'm actually an archaeologist. That's where my passion is. And I did a job for
That's
her.
just like stifling a lot as you're talking when you say you're an archaeologist, but keep going, sorry.
And, I did a job for her.
An archaeologist, huh? That's quite the jump from investigating murderous cults.
Well, she trusts me. And don't let the fact that I'm an archaeologist fool you. I can get quite scrappy. I kind of had to be, especially being off in Chult.
Sure.
There's
No, you
a lot
proved
of stuff
yourself down
going on
there
over
well
there.
enough.
So yeah, that's how I met, Blaze Porter. It was on that, on that expedition out there to Chult that I came across Fist. He was broken, he was deactivated. Kind of just stumbled my way through repairing him and activating him. I'm not even entirely sure how I did it.
A wonder indeed. I don't think I would know the first thing about it.
But yeah, I mean, I've done other jobs for her. I mean, so with what was going on, and everything that was happening, she needed people that she could trust implicitly, to, go and kind of be her forward eyes for her, because she was coming to Baldur's Gate in secret.
Very nice. Well, cool story.
I do want to add just one quick thing. I hate that all the powerful people are related. Moving on. And then
All right, and
Yeah, we should throw them out. We should overthrow them. Start a new world government. Huh, Igvis?
there's just too much nepotism.
so you continue on as you're having this conversation, and you do eventually come across an interesting sight. And I am going to switch maps here. And give me a second to adjust the lighting of this scene. All right, you should all be able to see that map over there. And along the way here in the middle of the road, it seems like there are, two plateaus to either side that the road goes between, two small plateaus. And in the middle of the road here is a broken down cart. And alongside of the cart are some individuals who look like this. They seem to be pretty heavily armored individuals with shields and wielding long halberds in one hand. And they're kind of standing guard, it seems, by this broken down wagon. And they say nothing from where you are right now to you.
Are they looking at us?
They are. They're staring right at you.
Luster isn't with us.
Delikesh, take my horse for a second.
Sure.
As soon as he gets the reins, I'm going to jump off and start flying upward to see if I can see on top of these two plateaus. Not going to go too far forward. I'll go to like about here.
Okay.
And go like 30 or 40 feet in the air above them.
Yeah. You can see on those two plateaus, and you don't necessarily see anything. Like they're empty, the plateaus.
Okay.
Ballister's not with us, right?
Fallister is with you. Sorry, I should put the NPC there.
I'll look to him. Do you know anything about this?
Well, not at all. I've never seen these individuals before in my life.
All right, I'll do the talking.
Oh, it tuned into you. We got to
I'll step off my horse and hold my reins out to Raylan or Fist, somebody nearby, and then walk forward towards the group, or towards these things, these soldiers, I guess. Yeah, soldiers. There we go.
I'll fly back down and land next to you and just say, there's nothing on top of the things that I could see.
Good. Probably good to keep a fair distance in case something goes awry.
I should be saying that to you.
You know me, head first into trouble.
And
Did they
Aaron
react
takes
at
the
all yet?
mushrooms.
As you get up to there, everybody can kind of pause where they are. From around the corner comes a face that you recognize.
That body?
And it is Vati. For those of you who have adventured with Vati.
Where the hell have you? Oh my god. Everybody's
I
showing
was-
back up.
I was just asking about you.
And I'm just going to share that character artwork of Vati. For those who haven't seen him before. And Vati comes around the corner and has these chains that are attached to either of his wrists still. And he says, yes, Dolakesh, it is good to see you again. Good to see you as well, Igvis. I trust you've stayed out of too much trouble.
More than you, it would seem.
Say so. Where have you been?
Oh, here and there, I've had a couple things that I needed to take care of in the city, and it seems your friend there has something that is quite important to me. And points behind you towards Anarian.
What would that be? I don't follow his pointing. I'm looking right at him. And what would that be?
And says, good Anarian, that shield that you are wearing, I am, it is very important to me. You see, I am part of the Knights of the Shield, and we protect the Shield of Sylvan. We've been looking for it for quite some time. You probably remember I was looking for some sort of shield, as he looks back towards you, Igvis and Dolakesh. So I would appreciate it if you would hand that over, of course, good friend.
I would like to insight for hostility.
Yeah, same.
Sure, give me an insight.
I'm not actually thinking in like hostility per se, but I'll wait till this check.
No, it seems like Vati. Talks like Vati, seems like Vati. Just it seems like he wants the shield at the moment, and he's asking you for it.
Okay, so yeah, keeping it light and meeting his tone essentially. While I fully respect your endeavors and you were a great ally, we found this as part of our investigation into the cult. An investigation we're still performing. So while I'd be happy to deliver it to you personally when we're done with it, I don't think it's the right time.
Are you gonna try to free the Hidden Lord?
Well, give me
I think as soon as he says it, I'll just look at him like, Hidden Lord, what?
Yeah, like, oh, Narian, oh no.
Give me an insight roll, Anarian.
My passive 17.
What's your passive 17? Okay, that's fine. I'll use your passive.
My passive's also a 16.
He says, yes, of course we plan to free it. It is a celestial being in the shield, and it doesn't belong trapped in the shield. Our whole purpose in life is to find the shield of Sylvam and free the celestial being inside.
So you plan to return it to the Seven Hells? Nope, he's been talking to it in Celestial all this time, so unless you know Celestial.
Oh no, I meant Vati. I don't remember him ever mentioning this shield.
Oh.
I remember him being part of an investigative body. Yeah, I don't remember a shield ever coming up.
I'm just trying to remind myself, was that a thing that he actually talked about?
Oh, yeah, Vati did mention looking for a shield.
Okay.
Way back in the day.
Okay. It's been a while.
Yeah, like episode 10 or 11. If you go back and rewatch those.
Like a year ago.
Says, to the hells, and it kind of like stares at you a little bit and says, No, we don't plan to go to the Hells. Why would we do that?
Well, the Hidden Lord has already made it pretty clear that it can only be released where he was entombed in the Nine Hells.
And Vati stares at you for a moment and says, well, obviously we would communicate with the shield as well, and if it has insight on how to free it, we would try and free it.
And Arian's going to say to the shield, you can communicate with people close to it, can't you? Tell them you have to go to the Nine Hells if you can't. In Celestial, he says that to the shield.
You've been speaking Celestial the whole time, so we have no idea what you've said at all, yeah?
Raylan does.
Ah.
I only speak Celestial to the shield, so I've been telling all this in common until I spoke to the shield.
Okay.
The shield doesn't like you very much.
What do you mean the shield doesn't like me?
I'm gonna put a hand up in front of Anarian real quick. Vadi, what happened to this cart?
Vati says, I don't know anything about this cart, or who. Somebody probably broke down and, went off when they had no more cart to get help. I don't know. It was there when we arrived.
Do I have to keep my insight from earlier, or can I get another one?
Good. Make another insight.
Come on, baby. I'm just rolling so bad today.
Yeah, you have no reason to believe he's being deceitful in any way. He does seem to kind of shift focus to an Aryan, though. Kind of like he brushes you aside a little bit.
Right.
As he says, listen, Anarian, I understand that you've just made this bond with the shield, but you must understand that my order has been around for quite some time, that we have been looking for this shield for quite some time, and we understand it better than you. If it's speaking to you in riddles or falsehoods, you must understand that it is probably very weak. The soul, it is confused. It does not necessarily know what it wants or even needs. We are here to protect the shield, protect the soul that is trapped within, and eventually release it. It is much better in our care than just wandering randomly along the road or in a library of all places where they might try to study it. Please, I insist, hand it over.
Actually, I was taking it to the library to ask one of the great readers how we might free the soul inside.
I understand that you have good intentions, but I'm just... I'm saying it is much better off with us. You must understand that.
You must understand it's the job of my very people to return souls to their correct paths. This could have been brought to me just for that reason.
Right, and it is now bringing... You are the bearer, bringing it to us, and you fulfilled your mission, of course, by giving it to us. Please.
So, if you're not taking it to the Nine Hells, what do you plan to do with it?
Well, we might eventually have to travel there. We don't know until we have the shield in our possession and can communicate with it and help it to get its memories back.
It says you're evil and a false prophet, and it doesn't want to go with you.
Body, you should let us go.
At this point, Raylan, I'm going to move you
Okay.
because what I asked you for was back here. At this point, Vati says, and sorry, we're going to do this in two parts. I'm going to type something back to you real quick. Vati says, all right, Anarian, it's enough of the games. I insist. Now, I am no longer asking.
Am I able to move at the moment? I basically just wanted to go here, get between them.
Okay.
Like, just protective of an
You can
area.
do that. And Raylan, I sent you a message as well.
Yep, I see that.
Let me see what the shield says. I don't think it wants to, but I'm gonna ask it again. And I'll say to the shield, "Do you really don't want to go with this guy? He says he can help you."
And you get no response this time.
Oh, this is embarrassing, but it doesn't say anything.
Ati, you're gonna let us pass. There's no reason this has to get violent. This is part of our investigation. This is part of our mission. Again, when we're done with it, I will deliver it to you personally. But right now,
why don't you
it's in our
come
possession.
to the? Why don't you come to the library with us and see what we can find out about freeing the soul?
I have no desire to go to the library. Roll me a persuasion at disadvantage, Dolakesh.
Alright.
I have a quick question. Can I reply back telepathically to Dolakesh?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
Oh.
Do it a different way then.
That was the arrogance that let you do that, huh?
I don't know why it didn't go through to Foundry, but I got a 15 at disadvantage for a total of 19.
Okay. Vati says, look, I don't want to fight any of you, but I must stay firm on this, and you will hand over the shield right now, or I will have to take it by force. And I really don't want to do that.
I'm gonna look to Anarian, and as I turn back, I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
All right, let's roll initiative.
On me or on?
No, on Vati. Sorry, just to be clear.
Dolakesh is
Just
like,
to be
aha,
clear.
I'm on Vati's side.
I was like, you turn back and look at me and cast Hold Person. I was
No,
like,
no. As
okay.
I back to I
Plot
just like
twist.
I catch your eyes, and then I'm just like, nope. I have to select my token, huh, or something. There we go.
Oh, I rolled mine a little too early. Could you add mine to it?
Yes.
I rolled a natural 20 and I was excited about it.
This is where my natural 20 is going to come in. Holy shit! I was right.
Okay, so it didn't register mine.
Yep, I'll add you in.
I guess I had rolled before you started the initiative.
Wait,
Didn't have
mine's not
fist
popping
either.
up. No!
Yeah, it's weird.
Damn you!
It didn't match yours either. Nice.
I saw his though. It came up as 22.
Yeah, it's 22.
Yeah, remember when you
Beyond.
you roll your initiative. You have to click on your token in Foundry and then roll it.
Okay. My bad.
I will add your 22 though.
Thank you.
And Raylan wasn't able to move any further. They're still stuck there.
Well, there's
Yeah, but
something
not
that
the fight.
stopped me here.
Fair enough.
And if Dolakesh hadn't done what he did, something else was going to happen.
I'm glad Fallister decided to stay back. Look at him back there, all alone and safe.
What can I recall about Vati from the videos I've watched?
All right, I think I got everybody in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you.
Holy.
All right. Dolakesh, your hold person goes off, and then we're going to go to the top of the round. So hold person, let's see. It is a wisdom save.
Correct. DC 15.
And you're casting it on Vati or one of his companions?
Vati.
Okay.
And I know you were juggling a split party there, but Raylan was doing her thing up north.
Give me 2 seconds here. We'll have to do that the old-fashioned way. 9.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
You rolled
what?
on my sheet.
Igvis?
Sorry, it should be Vati. It's not Igvis, but it's a 9.
Okay, he also has a -1. Weird. I was gonna say, because I did.
Yeah, I was actually, as soon as I saw it was a wisdom save, I was like, fuck, he's probably a wisdom build, isn't he?
He's a blood hunter, from what I remember.
He's intelligence.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sick.
All right, yeah. So he is held. He's paralyzed currently.
And he saves on the end of his turn, I
And
think?
end of his turn. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Igvis, you are up, top of the round.
Seeing that he's held, I think I'll just take advantage of it and move to here.
All right.
And wail on him, but it's gonna be non-lethal hits.
All right. So you decide non-lethal when you.
Yeah, when we get the last hit, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he's
Punch the
held,
shit
everything
out
has
of his liver.
advantage, right?
Yeah, they're all at advantage and they auto crit when they hit.
So 24 to hit on the first strike.
Yep.
Second strike would be a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Okay. So we'll just do the damage for that. And I'm just doubling the dice, right?
Yeah, just
Right.
the dice.
So 19 on the first strike.
All right.
And 17 on the second strike.
All right. Still up.
And then we'll go ahead and use an offhand strike as well. An unarmed strike. For 17 to hit again. And that one is 12, 14.
All right. Still up.
And let's go ahead and use a key. And I'll pump a Hand of Harm into it. 4. Oh my god, I rolled so high on damage. 12, 13, 14. Sorry. 12, 15. 15 more damage, and that's necrotic.
Shit.
All right, still up.
Okay. And that will end my turn. Let me get the combat tracker back up. There we go.
All right, F15T.
I would like to engage in rage.
All right, you are raging.
With this wonderful, wonderful looking axe. It's not advantage on hit, just crit if it hits, right?
It's also advantage on the.
It's advantage to hit, and it's auto crit if it hits.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's why I rolled advantage on everything.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
And it's only on Vati, not on his guard.
Okay, so
Yeah, is that who you're attacking? Vati? Not
Oh,
the
yeah.
guards? Okay.
yeah, I'm going for Vati.
So 22 will hit.
That's first attack. I'll roll damage for it first. I'm pretty sure I can shift.
So you're raging, right? So are you doing lethal?
Has anybody said out loud not to kill him?
Yeah, Igvis did.
You've heard in our conversation that we knew him. We were cordially going with him. You always see Igvis punch non-lethally, so I don't know if that counts, but you saw us talking to him, is all I'll say.
And if I go to then if I have the kill shot on him, I'll just slap him the blunt side of the axe. Give him a massive fucking headache.
All right. So how much damage is this here? 16?
Oh, shit. I think I missed. I think it rolled it at advantage for something. Oh, no.
Oh, it
yeah.
rolled the damage dice twice. Essentially, is what it did.
Yeah, that's...
It was doubling.
Yeah, that's right. It's a crit. So it would be 16.
So... Yeah.
You rolled a 7 and a 5 plus 4.
Okay.
Mhm.
7 and a 5. 8 plus 4 plus 2. So 18.
All right. And Vati goes down.
He just turns around, looks at the big hulking metal machine, and then the flat side of his axe, of my axe, meets the temple area just to cause him going crushing down.
All right. Vati slumps to the ground.
No.
Anything
I will
else?
I'm gonna take my second attack on homeboy right here.
All right. Sounds good.
24 to hit.
That will hit.
Uh, 9 damage. Why did you roll it twice? Anyway, it's 9.
9.
Yeah. It rolled crit again for some blessed reason.
So it looks like it should be 7. There. You rolled a 3 on the die and then plus 4.
Oh, and then plus 2 for the
Plus
rage.
2. I'm
Oh,
raging.
the rage. Gotcha. Okay.
It rolled crit because you rolled a natural 20.
9 damage.
He rolled a 17.
I rolled 17.
I'm not sure why it's appearing green like that.
I'm seeing
I
a
don't know
20.
either.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
And that'll be it.
All right. Go ahead and pass the turn.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Anarian.
They're after the shield, I guess. Okay.
Beat the hell out of him.
I'm not really good at beating people, but he's gonna pull back his bow and shoot a guiding bolt at this guy.
All right. Sounds good.
That will miss.
That will miss, yes.
He is going to step farther back.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
bye, guys.
All right, Rayland. That one comes out.
Crap.
Where were they hiding? Because I looked. I'm just kidding.
We're good. First one's a nat 1. We're going to go ahead and roll a d20. See if that critically fumbles. It does not. And then it will take a second attack at you. And a 10 will miss you, I assume.
It will.
All right. That's all that one does.
Oh, shit.
And this one comes barreling towards you, Anarian. Vati is going to make a private roll. And Raylan, you are up.
Okay, first I'm moving away from this clown.
As you move away, he's going to attack you.
That's fine. Misses.
Gotta love it. All right.
Now he's making me mad. So I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points and quicken us. And then I'm going to fireball his ass.
Actual factual fireball?
Actual factual fireball.
Okay.
Well,
And you said you were going to quicken what?
Quicken the spell.
Quicken the spell. Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I'm casting this as a bonus action.
Yep. Okay.
I love sorcerers.
We will fail our decks.
Then he takes all 28 of that.
All right. Burnt, but still up.
All right, with my action, he's going to get another one.
Nice.
Just as a quick aside, are we allowed to cast 2 leveled spells?
You can because I quickened it.
A quicken spell.
wow.
Well,
I think you can only cast one leveled
That's-
spell per turn. You can
yeah,
you can
no,
cast a
that-
cantrip or something, right?
The rules as written is that doesn't work. It's
Oh,
up to the
okay.
DM. Baldur's Gate 3 lets you, but D&D 5 not.
no. I'll say that quicken spells you can. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Sick. Oh my god.
I am-
You just made the warlock even more powerful. Yay.
I am terrified when we fight a sorcerer now.
Hey, listen,
I'm
it
so
applies
excited.
both ways.
Yeah.
Oh, no worries. I got plans.
All right. So another fireball to the face.
Another,
so another
fatal
15
deck
save.
That is a fail.
And then he gets all 32 of it.
So you did 60 damage to him.
And
All right.
he goes down.
So in other words, we just hear two big explosions back to back.
Right.
Jesus Christ! the
And
hell?
with that, I'll end my turn.
Sounds good. This one is up here. This one is going to attack you, F15T.
He don't need to do that.
Let's see. When you're raging,
It's only if he goes reckless do you get advantage.
right.
Yeah. Reckless.
Um, 18 to hit.
I'm probably not gonna. Yeah, that hits.
Second attack is 19 to hit. So it attacks twice with the glaive. For this much total damage. 31.
That's reduced by half, right?
Yep.
Alright.
So 15.
And then
15
he's
damage
going to
down.
move around a little bit
Uh,
to this side. Dolakesh.
Okay. No, I'm gonna stick with my old plan. 5, 10. I have to use this stupid thing. So here,
Okay.
hex on
As
this.
you move, you're going to get an
Okay.
attack from the one that's by F15T.
Okay, yeah, he's got reach then. Cool.
10 feet of threat.
16 to hit.
That matches.
All right. 4. For 11 points of damage.
Minus 11. Okay. Hex on the dude near Anarian. Disadvantage on strength checks, I'll say. Ignore the damage for now. It just always does that. And then 2 blasts on that same guy.
Sounds good.
$11 and 18.
The 18 will hit.
Six, and then the Hex. 6 force, 4 necrotic.
Sounds good.
My turn.
Doesn't he also get pushed back?
Do I? I don't remember. I don't think I have repelling blast. Let me double check that.
I could have swore you did.
I remember you pushing people back.
I
but thought it was
do.
always
I have
Baldur.
Book of Ancient Secrets and repelling. Gosh, I have so many builds for this character. It's stupid. So yes, he does get back 10 feet.
All right.
Good catch. That'll be my turn.
Cool. Go ahead and pass the turn. All right. This one is going to move up here and is going to attack you, Igvis.
Okay.
$14 is the highest.
They both hit. I'm just kidding. They both miss.
Yeah. So that is this one's turn. You are up, Igvis.
I think I'll just dart to the one next to Fist here,
All right.
and I'll take 2 swings at the one between us.
Okay. Sounds good.
Attack of opportunity.
Yes,
wait for
from this one down here.
Sure. I'll wait for my attacks until that happens.
14.
Miss. Okay, so 25 to hit, which will do 6 damage.
All right.
A 17 to hit,
That will hit.
which will do 13 damage.
Still up.
I'll spend a key to make that second one a stunning strike. Can I have him make a con save, please? That will fail. He was looking for a 14, so he is stunned.
All right. He is stunned. Drops his shield and his halberd.
And then I'll take 2 more attacks with Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
For 17 to hit and 18 to hit.
Both hit.
For 8 damage and 7 more damage. So 15 total.
All right. Still up.
Yeah, why not? We're having fun. I'm going to spend a key point and we'll pump a Hand of Harm into the last one. For 5 more necrotic damage.
All right.
And that will do it for me. Because he is stunned, I'm going to move back to this spot
Sounds good.
and engage this guy again. And then that will end my turn.
F15T.
Hey! Well, we're going to start swinging on this guy.
On the bright side,
Sounds
you
good.
have advantage even without Reckless on him because he's stunned.
That is true.
Oh, that is true. That is true. I'll take that 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take. Why?
All right. So that's
It's-
16, 18.
18.
You're
No,
still raging.
18 damage on the first hit.
And he goes down.
What I will do is slash at the knee, and when he goes to one knee, I take my hands and I do the whole snapping his neck thing in one fluid motion.
Nice. As he goes, "Ugh."
Now, do I have him? I haven't. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go and make a beeline for the guy next to Igvis, and take my second swing.
Sounds good.
I get advantage since I'm flanking, right?
You're
Flanking would be
not
opposite.
flanking.
You'd have to be over here.
Oh, not. Okay, never mind.
How much movement do
Oh,
you
well.
have? Because 30 feet will get you there.
Oh yeah,
Now you have advantage.
there we go. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I wasn't on the other side of him. Duh. I'm so smart. SMRT.
You're fine.
14.
That will miss.
Damn. Well, that's all I can do.
All right, go ahead and pass the turn.
I'm
Anarian.
not used to this whole.
Conjure animals.
And Arian conjures a CR2 monster right in front of him.
All right. What CR2 is this? Let's see.
You get to choose. So
was a
it's a
giant
giant
constrictor
boar, a
snake,
giant
fine.
constrictor snake, a giant elk, a hunter shark, a plesiosaur, a polar bear, a rhinoceros, or a saber-toothed tiger.
There's 9 choices there.
Oh, okay. So I choose. We're gonna make it random. Roll me 1, 2, 3,
Eight.
4,
Sorry.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on, shark or plesiosaurus.
Roll a d8.
Yep, roll a d8. 2, you get a giant constrictor snake.
Again? Alright.
Oh, that's what I got last time.
Oh,
It is the roll of the dice. I think I have that here still from last time.
I do too, actually. Yeah, I can put it down. And then I am going to shadow step behind him. Poof.
All right.
Section. Then do I roll initiative for my snake?
I'll just have the snake go on your initiative to make it simple.
All right, so then I'm going to have the snake attack. It's going to make a constrict attack. Does it make it with advantage because I'm flanking?
It will.
21.
21 will hit.
For 13 damage.
13 damage still up.
It is grappled. Or no, make a the target is grappled. Yeah, the target is grappled. So he's grappled.
All right. He's grappled.
End turn.
All right. All right. The grappled knight is up. The grappled knight is going to swing at you, Anarian.
Great.
So while your snake is grappling him, he's
He-
going to swing down at you.
He is restrained. So it's a disadvantage. Until the grappled ends, the creature is restrained and the snake cannot constrict
Okay,
another target.
restrained. Okay. So he has the
Yeah,
restrained.
it reads really weird because it says the target is grappled and then it says it's restrained. So sorry, I was just reading
Gotcha.
it.
Okay. So he's going to have disadvantage then on this. I didn't roll 2 for some reason, but he keeps the lowest, so it's the 7. But make sure I didn't critically fumble. All right, and then he'll attack again. For 12.
That's not it.
All right, so those are his 2 attacks. Raylan.
All right. Okay. I'm going to use Misty Step as a bonus action and get right up next to this dude.
Sounds good.
All right, and then I'm going to, with my action, I'm going to use Shocking Grasp on him.
You have advantage.
Well, you do have advantage because he is restrained. So 15 will miss.
All right. That's it then.
All right. Dolakesh.
I want to try to finish this guy off, but yeah, no. I'm gonna bonus action summon a tentacle next to him, so he's just getting all the snakes up in business. I can't drag it out. I don't know how to make it.
I'll
Put it on
drag
the
it
map.
out.
Yeah, just like right
There you
there.
go, and then you can move it where you want.
Cool. And then where is that? There it is.
You have that because of Mariana, huh?
Mariana beat me to it, but I wanted to do it too.
That just made me laugh.
10 probably misses, so 2 blasts.
Does it also have advantage?
Oh yeah, it does have advantage, doesn't it? So this is actually just the first blast. 22 on the first blast,
That hits.
and then this is the advantage roll for the tentacle. Also 22. So
That
yeah.
will hit.
So first blast damage is 9 plus the hex. Plus another 5, and then the tentacle 12. I'm not going to. I can choose to not repel him, so obviously I don't want to like break him out of the grapple or anything. But for whatever reason, his speed is reduced by 10 feet. And here's the second blast at advantage. 22 to hit. Wow.
That's a lot of 22s.
Yeah, no kidding. Then the hex. Not bad. Oh, the hex sucks, but the rest was good.
So 6 additional damage. All right. Still up.
And I'll stay here.
All right. This one is up. This one is going to swing at F15T.
Fair, he looks more threatening.
I don't like that. No.
23. And 8.
Miss.
So the first one is going to hit for 7 points of damage.
So 3.
And then you're going to get an attack of opportunity, fist.
All right, let's see if it hits. Awesome.
And that hit.
With
12
Sentinel,
damage.
and with Sentinel, he does not move.
Speed reduced
And-
to 0.
Cool. Give me damage.
And damage.
So 10 damage.
Yep.
Awesome.
He's also stuck. With Sentinel, his speed got reduced. He did not move.
Yep. I moved him back.
Okay. It hasn't updated on my screen yet. My bad.
Igvis.
Just start swinging. Uh, 15 to hit.
15 will miss.
Oh, and that one definitely hits a 27
That will for sure hit.
for 12 damage.
All right.
And then unarmed strike. 23, which I'm pretty sure hits for 9 damage.
All right.
Are you still up?
Still up.
All right. Key point. We're gonna flurry.
I wonder if these guards knew what the fuck they were getting into.
17
17 will hit.
for an additional 9 points of damage.
All right.
And a key for Hand of Harm for 6 more damage.
Cool.
He's still standing.
The one
Still
wrapped up
standing.
in tentacles, I guarantee you did not
Yeah,
know what it was in.
I will just stay here because I think they have the other one handled. I kind of look around the corner and see the snake, and I'm like, yeah, they're fine.
All right, Fist, you are up.
Let's go swinging.
You look over and there's a snake and a tentacle just writhing around the edge of the cliff. Just,
I don't think
I
I
don't
can
want anything to
see-
do with that.
I don't think I can see
Alright.
the tentacle, to be fair.
Dirty 20.
That
My
will
line
hit.
of sight is there.
Alright. We will take that swing.
Imagine you see like the tip of it just like
Mm.
wriggle out and then go back behind the cliff periodically. Just like, what is that thing?
So 13 damage.
And he'll go down.
I take my swing. Thunderous blows, which sends it 5 feet in one direction. I forcibly send its body to get slapped in the chest
Nice.
by Igvis. Like it's Indiana Jones and the hands going through his chest with the heart.
Okay.
Make
feeling
Igvis
brutal.
a murderer.
I have murdered many people. It's fine.
Okay, and now, how much movement do I got?
Kept Vati alive, murdered his entourage.
I haven't killed anyone this fight. I wasn't anticipating to kill anybody this fight. It just happened because everybody else killed everyone.
It just
I have-
happened. My fist went through his face. It just happens.
In
Look,
that
it-
case, yes. I had no choice in that.
Look, it's not my fault that dude was not fire retardant.
I did a lot of damage, but I didn't get the killing blow on anybody.
That was for here. And I'll move there and end my turn.
Narian.
Anarian doesn't want to kill this guy, but is not good at not killing people because he's a magic user. So he's going to
Let the snake do it.
let the snake do it. Just eat him, but then spit him back out. It'll be okay.
Just chew him a little bit.
A little suffocation.
So Anarian's going to try to like shoot him in the foot with his bow,
All right.
non-lethally. It's a straight roll, right? Because he's grappled, he's restrained, and I have disadvantage.
Yes. And 19 will hit.
9 damage.
And he goes down.
Non-lethally, he's asleep.
Yeah, non-lethally. Disregard the blood splat. And we will end combat there.
I'm gonna
Is
check on
body
Bucky real quick,
stable?
just
Yeah.
to make sure he's good.
Yeah, Vati is stable because you did non-lethal to him. Yes, he is stable.
Hmm.
All right. I suggest
I-
we just go, but
I'd like to talk to him again.
rifle through his pockets first.
I'm gonna go
Wait,
looking through the cart.
Does this
Just
one
know you
survive?
won't be able to disarm him. That's for sure.
Snakey, come over here and wrap him up so I can talk to him.
All right, so the snake comes over and grapples him.
Yeah.
Do we let this one live?
We'll see. What do you have to say, Venarian?
Um, can I wake him up, or do I need to heal him to wake him up?
You can wake him up.
I was just gonna say he was a friend. He kind of left us with some cultists, so I don't know how good I feel about that personally.
I don't know him, but I don't want to kill him. But if he does know something about this shield, I'm trying to help it out. Maybe if he'll tell me what he really wants, I'll know more about it.
He seemed a reasonable person when I met him, but just now he wasn't really. I don't know.
A little
We'll
more
see.
insistent than we've seen before.
All right.
I tap him on the cheek. Wake up, Mr. Vati.
All right, and I think that's where we'll leave off the session there, since it is midnight now, and I think that's a good spot to leave it off. So you've defeated Vati, handled him pretty well, killed most of his entourage, and are about to wake him up and be like, what the hell is going on?
Is there anything in this guy's pockets?
There is, and I will send you a list of what he is carrying off stream before next session.
Oh, and can I heal Fist really quickly with my dragon vessel?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, cool. I got a free healing potion a day, so I might as well use it now.
Perfect. All right, everybody say goodbye to the stream.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Bye.
Yeah.